And we're live. Right, let's get all this going. So today, guys, I've seen a lot of stuff going on. Life's hard out there, out in the big wide world. Things are costing too much money. Rent, electric, water, gas, fuel, insurance, tax. It's all just a bit out of control. So today we're just going to sit back. We're going to watch some cost of living crisis stuff. Yeah, let's just get straight into it.
Have you seen how much takeaways cost these days? I mean, it's gone up really badly, hasn't it?
How expensive are takeaways these days? I've just went to Taco Bell, right, which, by the way, was shit.
People are shocked after finding out that fish and chips has been named the most expensive takeaway in the UK.
Oh, yeah, for real. So I live right on the coast in Devon. And we have, I've got to say, so when I first moved down here, 13 years ago, you could get a fish and chips. And it was like Norwegian MSC certified cod. It's fucking delicious. It's actually delicious. It was like £6 for a portion. Nice healthy portion, fish and chips. I went down. When did we go down? Must have been Friday. It was either Friday or Saturday. I think it was Friday, Fish Friday. Yeah, it would have been on the Friday. So we went down on the Friday. Got a fish and chips. £19.50, and this is just one portion. Luckily it's a big portion. I could share it with my daughter, who I had at the time. She's only just turned 7. Happy birthday, Aria. Yeah, so fish and chips, yeah, we went from £6 to £19.50 in the last 10 years. Think about that.
What the hell is going on? Fish and chips is meant to be the cheap takeaway.
And fish and chips was always the more reasonably priced takeaway. It was always the sort of British staple that you could afford to treat yourself with, right?
Why is this so expensive? Because, bro, I generally have to spare an arm and a toe just to afford a...
Going out to takeaways like KFC, McDonald's. It's all a premium product, people. That's why. And unfortunately, like, they're getting hit with the cost of living crisis too. So yeah, I mean, I used to have, I've still got the bus itself, but I used to run it as a catering unit, and I did it for a good 5 years, for like the last 5 years. It's only been since November that I stopped. And yeah, it's just the cost of everything. And I often think about opening it back up, and I go and look at the cost of all the stock and stuff like that, and I'm like, I can't justify charging someone £12-13 for just literally a burger in a bun, no cheese, yeah, no bacon. I can't justify it anymore. It's just getting ridiculous. And I only work from a catering van, so it is all 100% takeaway. Who's going to spend £12 on a freshly made burger from a fucking burger van? No one. So I just got put out of business that way. I might rethink about it and maybe switch it up. Instead of using it as a burger van, use it as a mobile kitchen. But yeah, takeaways at the moment, it's hard. So I was paying, I think it was like £4.50, £5 at traders price from my butchers for my mince. Now you're looking like anywhere from 9 to 13-14 quid for the exact same amount. And it's not their fault. They just get charged a lot more now as well for their halves, sides of cows and stuff like that. It's just horrible.
Little bit of it.
Because in France, or pretty much a lot of places I've been to in Europe, give you free bread. In the UK, they literally charge like £5 to £8 for a bit of bread, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
And the thing is, KFC is considered to be cheap. Yes, you heard that right, cheap. But nothing on that menu is...
KFC has never been deemed as cheap in the UK. It's always sort of been that middle ground between eating in a restaurant and going to McDonald's.
Cheap and worth your value.
The prices of takeaways is astronomical. It is crazy, right?
the prices of stuff is just ridiculous. Like, and people's wages are not matching it. It's just...
No wonder people don't eat out anymore. If you wonder why your business is going down, it's because they're charging too much. Right? What?
So it's an expensive time for everyone. And I was just thinking, can anyone beat that? I don't think so.
I need to remortgage my house.
Welcome back to Brit Rants. You know, things are rough when even treating yourself to a Friday night takeaway now feels like a financial disaster. 30 quid for some soggy chips, a lukewarm curry, and a drink that tastes like disappointment? What used to be a bit of comfort food has turned into daylight robbery, all wrapped up in a paper bag. And it's not just the big delivery apps either. Even your trusty local kebab place is charging as if it's got a Michelin star. They keep telling us prices are up because costs are rising. But somehow, the meals keep getting smaller and their profits keep growing. Let's be honest, takeout's not a treat these days. It's just another rip-off, covered in foil. If you're sick of getting fleeced every time you just want a burger, stick around and hit subscribe. Because this so-called cost of living joke stopped being funny ages ago.
I love KFC popcorn chicken for reasons, but broski, why is this so expensive? Because bro, I generally have to spare an arm and a toe just to afford a little bit of it. Because why is it $5.99 for a regular and almost £8? £8 pretty much for a large. And it's not even like you get that much, you just get a little bit. And the thing is, KFC is considered to be cheap. Yes, you heard that right, cheap. But nothing on that menu is cheap and worth your value. However, on a good day, you know, it can hit and it can be good. But that's very rare these days. So please, everyone tag KFC right now. We need to get their attention and we need to bring the price down.
Actually, so I went there with my girls maybe a couple of weeks ago, and they're doing this 60 piece, either 100 or 60 piece popcorn chicken thing. It's not too bad, to be fair. Yeah, I shared that between the two girls. They had a portion of chips and they were happy. It's like, yeah, it's like it was under a tenner for both of them to be fed, so.
Because a regular popcorn chicken, in my eyes, should cost you £3. It's a good bit of quality food, but it's not meant to be £5.99. And for a large, I would pay maybe at max £5, and that's on a happy day. So KFC, change the prices, but also keep the food the same, because this here is just leng. But let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of this? Do you like popcorn chicken or do you not? And hit that follow button, please.
People are shocked after finding out that fish and chips has been named the most expensive takeaway in the UK. Check this out.
100% it's the most expensive takeaway.
The cost.
100%. Like I was saying when we first started this, £6 when I first moved down to Devon for a fish and chips. Friday just gone, £19.50 for one portion. And my cod got overcooked that time as well. I was pissed.
The cost of fish and chips has risen by more than 50% in the last 5 years here in the UK, new studies have shown. The average cost of a portion of chips in the UK is now £10, outpacing kebabs and pizza. You're probably wondering, why are fish and chips so expensive here in the UK? Essentially, it comes down to a number of reasons. Number one is the potato harvest. A lot of the time here in the UK, the harvesting for the potatoes isn't that great due to the weather. Another one is also the tariffs on seafood. It is getting more and more expensive for fish and chip shops to buy seafood abroad. And the other reasons are generally cost of living crisis, increased energy costs and increased staff wages. Studies have also shown that more and more people in the UK, due to the cost of living crisis, aren't eating out and can't afford takeaways, and a lot of people are just recreating these takeaway dishes at home. But I want to see what you guys think. Is your local fish and chip shop takeaway a lot more expensive than it used to be 5 years ago? Because a lot of people genuinely cannot afford.
Like I'll repeat it, £19.50 for a cod and chips. That's what I had to pay the other day.
Fish and chips here in the UK anymore, but let me know what you guys think about this one.
Just had a rant to my friend there, so I'm having a rant to you as well. How expensive are takeaways these days? I've just went to Taco Bell, right, which by the way was shit, and I got this. I don't know how to explain it. It was like they chucked a bit of spag ball in the wrap and give us £7, right? Because I was like, right, okay, no worries, that's my treat. And then I thought, I'm still hungry. So I went to KFC, and she said, oh, you can get like 6 chicken fillets for £8 or 8 chicken fillets for £6. I said, that'll do. What sauce did you get? Oh, nothing. So I've got to eat bland chicken fillets, right? So I says, doesn't matter. So I went to the shawarma house. I'm not being tight, right? I am a tight horse, I am. But I went to this shawarma shop and I said, do you have any like chicken shawarma? He said, got chicken kebab. I said, I don't want kebab, I want shawarma. He says, yeah, that's what we call it, yeah. I says, well, what have you got? Sure, so sure as it's what I wanted, shawarma. I says, fantastic. And I was like, what'd you get for that? And he was like, oh, you can have a wrap for like £8 or something like that. Hello. He said like £8 or something. I said, did you get chips? Or like, and I didn't eat chips, but like salad. He was like, I'll put some lettuce on for you. I said, it doesn't matter. I can go to Aldi, right? I hear this what I'm saying about not being a title. So I can go to Aldi and get like 2 kilos. 2 kilos, about 8 to 10 chicken breasts, right? For £9. And they're telling me, I know you've got to pay your fucking whatever, like your seasoning and shit and your stuff. But how are you, man? That's insane. And that Taco Bell what I've just had, I honestly wanted to go back and ram it up the person's arse, whoever made it. That was disgusting. It was proper fucking minging. Who made that? It stresses out, to be honest with you. I took a bite and I was like, I looked at it, right? It was probably about that big. But I could have done it in the water. But I didn't, because obviously I didn't want to embarrass myself. But what a fucking nightmare. What a nightmare. Now I can go to this lovely little cooperative and get myself some wraps, some rice. It might be 5 minutes effort, right? But that 5 minutes effort is going to save me 10, 15 quid. What a fucking nightmare. No wonder people don't eat out anymore. If you wonder why your business is going down, it's because they're charging too much. Right? What? £8.
And it's not fault of the business or the takeaways. The food costs have literally doubled overnight. And yeah, we're just trying to find that, well, I just gave up. But it's trying to find that sweet spot where you can make enough money to survive, or at least just get by, and not be ripping people off at the same time. But it's impossible when you're getting ripped off to start with. It's actually impossible. So I feel for all the people in catering right now, all the owners. I've been there, I've done it. It's horrible.
And that, oh yeah, I tell you what, that Taco Bell, if I had an email for that woman that served me that meal, I would send an email, because that was a joke. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's me rant, just how pathetic prices are getting, the idea. I mean, even like, I'm just going to slag this shop off as well while I'm here, right? Look at this, man. Look at this. £3.50. Come on. Come on. £3.50. Feel sick. Anyways, I've had enough of this. I'm going dizzy, right? I hope you had a good Monday. Mine was fantastic until I went to that Taco Bell and had that piece of shit volcano crap. Never come back there again. Don't go to Taco Bell. Stay toxic. Thank you.
What the hell is going on? Fish and chips is meant to be the cheap takeaway. You've now got to remortgage your house to get a Chinese or an Indian. It's a joke that's just not even funny. It's absolutely shocking. 16 quid for fish and chips.
£19.50 I paid on Friday.
16 quid for fish.
I know I've said it about 10 times now, but £19.50 for a fish and chips.
Fish and chips, and that was meant to be the cheap one. It cost you about 50 quid to get a Chinese. That's an actual joke. That's an actual joke. 15 quid for fish and chips. Cost about 50 quid to get a Chinese of your standard stuff. We're not talking about any specials here, anything extra, anything extravagant. We're not going for a buffet. We're talking about a normal Chinese. Like, we are literally paying American prices, but we get terrible wages. We don't have the American money, but we're paying the exact same prices they pay in America. This is a joke. This is a serious problem.
This is absolutely criminal. I've come to the local flipping PFC to get myself a chicken burger, fries, and some wings. Bruv, chicken burger meal for £10.50. Are you taking a piss? £10.50 for the chicken burger meal. I used to get 8 wings for £1. 8 wings for £1. Now, I get it, inflation and that, but no, this is a piss take. It's not exactly like the cost of living in the UK is low.
Wings are different though. I can still pick up wings today. I think it's like £2 for 10 whole wings that I can turn into 20 individual pieces. So yeah, I could still get that, but I'd have to cook it myself.
Oh, what's going on here? This is abysmal. What a mockery. £10.50 for a chicken burger meal. No, this is criminal. Absolutely criminal. I'm upset, man. Burger Hatch, you let me down, fam. You let me down. The worst thing is I've been craving this. I've been craving the Burger Hatch for a minute. I've been craving this for so long. And I come in as $10.50 for flipping burger and chips. You taking the piss? And you know what? I really wish I could tell you that the burger was worth it, but it was standard at best.
What's going on, Greggs? Where's the sausage? Are they taking the piss? Clearly making these things smaller to make more money. Oh, come on, man, Greggs, you're letting me down.
America have finally found out, something we don't do in the UK that is criminal. So, in America, you go to restaurants, you have your food. You don't finish your food, what can you do? You can take it out in a takeout box. Yeah, in the UK, we can't do that. We don't do that! The servers simply come and take your food and chuck it in the waste bin. Chuck it in the wastebasket. This is true. I wish in the UK we did takeout boxes. In America, you don't finish your food. They say, would you like takeout for that? Yes, please, because I would like to eat it in the morning for breakfast. But in the UK, we don't do it. We don't do takeout boxes in the UK. It is honestly one of the worst things the UK doesn't do. Worse than beans on toast, to be honest. Honestly, America, you've got it right with the takeout boxes. UK, sort it out.
I've had to come on here because if I didn't say anything, then I wouldn't be being me. But since I saw this the other day, I have just went on and on about it. I was telling Tom about it last night, and I was just like, can't actually believe it still. Basically, when I was younger, we used to have fish and chips as a treat. And fish and chips was always the more reasonably priced takeaway over a Chinese or an Indian or a pizza. Fish and chips it was always the sort of British staple that you could afford to treat yourself with, right? Now I know that everything has went up in price, everything, especially down here in London. Like, there is a north-south divide when it comes to food and everything. Fish has went up in price, I know that, but would you pay £37 for fish and chips? Would you?
No. It was an outrage when I had to pay £19.50 for fish and chips.
Pay £37 for
£37 is fucking unreal. It's unjustifiable.
Fish and chips. Look at this, right? Look at this. This is Tom Kerridge's.
Ah, there you go. That's why you went to Tom Kerridge's. Just go to a normal fish and chip shop. It'll only be £19.50.
Fish and chips at Harrods. Now I know it's at Harrods, so everything is going to be massively, massively inflated. But £37 for fish and chips. Look at this though. £6 for bread and butter. Now, when James Dimitri put this on his Instagram the other day, I was nearly sick. I couldn't quite believe it. The bread bun was dry as sticks, right? It cost him £43, right? Before any drinks, for 9 chips, fish and bread. 9 chips. The fish apparently was really watery. There was water going everywhere. And the dry bread bun just made me think, what? Anyway, he got 2 beers. Okay, it was just, he was with people, but his bill, 2 beers, fish and chips and a bread bun, come to £70. 70 English pounds. Now, listen, I know we are now a society where we either splurge or we sort of like panic and we don't buy anything. But I just can't get over this. I think the people who have created this, Tom Kerridge, if you're looking at this, be ashamed with yourself, because I like you. But this, to me, is an absolute joke. Unless this fish has little bits of gold on it and tastes like the best fish that you've ever tasted in your life, but it doesn't. It's just basic fish and chips, 9 chips. Do not go and eat this fish and chips. Go to your local chippy, support them, but do not give these people your money. It's mental.
Can I ask a question? Why is every restaurant in the UK so stingy? Because in France, or pretty much a lot of places I've been to in Europe, give you free bread to eat before, you eat dinner or whatever, or while you're eating dinner. In the UK, they literally charge like £5 to £8 for a bit of bread, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous. So can someone tell me why this happened?
I've just come for my first English breakfast, and I mean, look at this. Look at Mrs. Melbert's scrambled eggs. There must be like half an egg on that, and this was £11, actually £12, I think it was. No, £11. I mean, one sausage, one bacon, tomato, beans, hash brown.
I remember growing up, yeah, we used to get this amazing. So there's a little cafe. I used to live in West Sussex, in a little village called Singleton. There was this cafe on this sharp corner next to the main road, and you go in and you spend £7 on a full English breakfast, and it was like 3 hash browns, 3 bits of bacon, couple of eggs, couple of sausages, few tomatoes, you know, like a big load of beans, your bread, unlimited tea. It was, yeah, those were the days. And it was good as well. It was so good. It's my favourite place to get breakfast. £7 that used to cost.
I mean, all of this together, imagine this, breakfast, scrambled eggs, and 1 avocado, £30. Can you believe it? I think it's absolute madness. And look how tight they are with the egg.
Yeah, that's like 1.5 eggs.
Hearing me. Why is my daughter walking like a crab? What the hell is going on there? Right, breakfast polished off, and I'm still starving, so I think we're going to go somewhere else to get more food. And also Nando's opens at 11:30, so I'm desperate to go for a Nando's. Well, I wonder how much that costs. I think last time I went for a Nando's it was like £9.95 for a half chicken and chips. I'm sure it's probably going to be like £40 now or something mad, but anyway, I need to get a SIM card. Right, so I just got to go to the dentist now very quickly, because last time I had my tooth fixed, they actually undercharged me, so this is the type of honest, upstanding member of society that I am. I'm actually going back there to pay my bill. Here we are. Most other people would have just said, well, it's your fault, see you later, I'm off to Thailand. But no, not Mr. Velvet. That's all done. What a great success. And we're heading off to the Isle of Man very soon, actually. I think our flight's about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock this afternoon, so I'm really excited. Stay tuned for the big mansion tour, because I know lots of people have been hating, saying, oh, your parents' apartment is so small, this, that and the other. But yeah, stay tuned.
If you're wondering why the UK high street has become more expensive, why your Wagamama's orders or your Byron Burger orders have become more expensive and portion sizes have fallen, it's because private equity has been able and been allowed to take over the UK high street. Private equity will buy these chains using something called leverage buyout, which is essentially buying these high street shops such as Wagamama's and Pret using debt. And by using debt, they are able to fund the purchase of their shop. However, when they did that after Brexit, interest rates were low, and so that debt was cheap. However, recently, because interest rates have risen, that debt is more expensive, and so they have to pay a lot more back. And the only way to fund that debt is to reduce cost and increase prices. And that's why these things have gone up so much. But why have the government allowed this? Well, since Brexit, the government have not had much foreign investment. So they've allowed many American private equity firms to buy up some of the UK's biggest names. And this is all bad for the UK consumer. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, follow for more London.
Okay, so today I'm answering one of life's big questions, which is how expensive is KFC in 2025? I took a deep breath and I braved the touchscreen. A Zinger Burger, chips and Coke, all yours for £13.50. But I will admit that Zinger Burger hits hard. Juicy, crispy, it was nice. The chips, they were nice too. Skin on now, bit posh. And the Coke, well, it's a Coke. We're nearly halfway through and I'm already considering a second mortgage. So I'm finished. Beautiful. But now my wallet has trust issues. The chips are seasoned as well. Gourmet.
I'll tell you what, actually, KFC fries have actually stepped up at like a level. I swear they stick like a Szechuan pepper type of thing on it now, because it's just so... Oh, maybe some MSG or something. It's just moreish. You just want to eat them and eat them.
Finger licking good, more like finger licking messy. So, what's the £13.50 I paid worth it? I did get a second portion of chips because you get about 6 chips in the bag. But £13.50 for that? No, I won't pay that. And now, after paying that much for a burger, I think I want a pint. So it's not worth it, but I need to recover from that twice, so I'm going to go to the pub.
Why is this audio so bad?
And as like I do, I tell you the price of everything. That was £3.05. £3.05. It's amazing.
Went out the other day and went to a pub. Beautiful pub by the canal. Beautiful scenery. Looks great. The weather wasn't too bad. And I ordered some chips, French fries, and some ribs.
Yeah, you're at the pub, why not?
When I got the bill for, forget about the pint lagers that I'll go on to that probably later on. I cannot believe the price of chips.
$3.50?
Chips were £8.
Oh, come on. $3.50 is fair for chips. Well, it's not, but today's age, $3.50 should be what chips cost you.
Alright, they were a bit posh chips, and they were nice, but £8 for some chips. The ribs that I ordered, I'm thinking they were a rack of ribs.
Yeah, a full rack, big plate, as big as my fucking... Yeah, I'll lift it up. You want a plate like that? Just like, whoosh. Full of ribs. That's how you want it. That. Ribs. Whoa. You just rip them. Yum, 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 yum. Rip them. Yum, 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 yum. And you're like, oh, fuck, tissues.
And it wasn't a rack of ribs. It was just 2 ribs. And that came to £12. £12 for 2 ribs. Again, though they were nice, but...
Two ribs? I want a rack, like... Boom!
There wasn't a lot of meat on them, but I was just thinking, boy, are we getting seen to here? And this is, you know, just outside.
So you pay 20 quid for some chips and 2 ribs. That's pretty brutal.
Outside London where I went, and I'm thinking, I cannot believe that people will pay this. And of course, you know, I did pay it, but will I go back there again? I'll probably go back there, but I definitely will not pay them prices. £8 for chips and ribs, came to a fortune. And the lager, yeah, that came about £6.50. Pint lager, £6.50.
$6.50 for a pint, that's bad. I remember pre-pandemic, maybe like 2018, 2019, I was up in London, it was like £4 for a pint. I think down here, because I only really drink real ale, so it's a bit cheaper. I think I'm paying like £3 something for a pint at the moment.
So it's an expensive time for everyone, and I was just thinking, can anyone beat that? I don't think so.
Right, I've seen loads of people do these, which is like, what the fuck is going on with my hair, by the way? It's curly and wild. I've seen loads of people do these unbox or rate my Chinese. Now, living in Essex, the prices of takeaways is astronomical. It is crazy, right? Now, Jordan's at the pub, so I thought I'd get a Chinese for myself. You wanna know how much it cost? 40 quid. 40 quid. In the northeast, that would have been half the price. Like, it is mental. No wonder in the northeast all we do is get takeaways because it's so cheap. But yeah, right, let's see what I've got. So this is a meal for one. Jordan will probably have some when he comes in, but we have prawn crackers. Let's see. We've got egg fried rice. Don't mind it, but a little bit more soy sauce on there would have been good. Got egg fried rice.
Let's have a look. Yeah, it looks alright. The colour isn't quite dark enough.
Don't mind it, but a little bit more soy sauce on there would have been good. What have I got here? What's this? Oh, noodles. Now, I don't mind that at all. Vegetable rice noodles. We've got chicken and sweet corn soup. That looks like a good one. Oh, nice and thick, that one. I like that. And then we've also got a chicken curry.
So, my Chinese, so what that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about £8 per dish at the moment for my Chinese. So 16, 32, about 32 quid so far.
With onion.
Oh, prawn crackers, £2, so 34 quid.
I wish I requested mushroom in there, girl. I love mushroom and onion in the Chinese curry sauce. And we also have, leaked all over the bag, but we have salt and pepper chips. And what is this? Oh, I got some fortune cookies, but we'll just take a minute. 40 quid. 40 quid.
To be fair, I do feel her pain. 40 quid for all that is a bit of a joke. Probably make it for like 7 quid. But the issue about making it yourself is you've got to buy all those ingredients and you're left over with loads of ingredients afterwards. Right.
I got curry, chicken curry, rice, noodles, chips, and soup. I need to remortgage my house.
I think one thing that people don't really talk about enough is the fact that we've been brainwashed to believe that food prices in the UK are normal. Like, it's genuinely a struggle to find something within my budget these days to eat for lunch or even dinner. I mean, McDonald's are brainwashing us to think that $17.99 for a meal for 3 or 4 or whatever is normal. KFC's $22.99 for a bargain bucket. Do they even call it a bargain bucket anymore? Because it definitely ain't a fucking bargain. When it used to be $9.99. I'm not even sure how much a double cheeseburger is anymore. That used to be 99p. Like, it ain't normal. It's not normal.
£2 now, I think.
Well, the prices of stuff is just ridiculous. Like, and people's wages are not matching it. It's just, I honestly can understand why there is so much crime, to be honest, because people genuinely can't afford it. If you see a mother in Tesco's or Sainsbury's and she's taking like a bit of chicken or something, just think she probably can't afford that, but she needs to feed herself and her kids. But yeah, anyway, the point of this was I can't figure out what I want for lunch today because I don't know what I can afford.
Have you seen how much takeaways cost these days?
Yep.
I mean, it's gone up really badly, hasn't it? I mean, for example, we have a kebab shop local to us, and for 4 people, having a burger, couple of kebabs, chips, and whatever, we're talking nearly 40 quid. You know, doner meat and chips, £10 chicken, large chicken kebab, £10.50. Pizzas are like 30 quid. You know, and we had a Chinese the other day. We only had a couple of meals and a bit of rice and a prawn toast and all that. 47 quid. I mean, what is happening? It's getting to the point now where it's just not worth having. Yeah.
Our takeaway tonight was £45 from Domino's for 3 of us because my 2-year-old won't eat pizza, so I thought I would show you what we got for £45. Got 2 medium pizzas, and this was in a deal, can't remember how much for. Then got this like meaty one. I got a create your own one with veggies, tandoori chicken and the Domino's herbs. If you've not tried the Domino's herbs, get to know. I have a personal pizza, I think that was £11, which is just ridiculous for that so small, with cheese and pepperoni for my 6-year-old. And then we got wedgies, that was part of the deal. The cookies were £7.50 for 4 cookies, which is absolutely ridiculous. But it was only £3 each to get 2. So I just got 2 packs of the £3 each ones. So we got 4 of the Domino's cookies, and then we had to pay for an extra sauce for Lola's pizza. So that is how much we got for £45 from Domino's. Probably a bit expensive for some pizzas, but I'm sure it'll be worth it.
So Rip-Off Britain strikes again, I'm afraid. A little bit of a backstory. Last night we went to the shop, and the missus decided after doing the shopping that she wanted a Biscoff McFlurry. I wasn't really interested, but eventually she ended up getting me one anyway, not a Biscoff one, but just a Smarty one because it didn't have the Mars one. That's not the issue. Now we all know, for those that actually shop in McDonald's, that the size of their McFlurries are, you know, yay size. You know, you can see yay size. Anyway, so I went to the car, she went to get them, come back to the car, and then told me how much they actually cost. And I was actually quite disgusted with the price. I don't normally get a McFlurry, so I know a few years back they were about
They were a quid when they first came out. They were in the 99p menu.
quid, 99p, something like that. But anyway, I'm going to show you.
I know they do 2 sizes now, don't they? You got the little ones. I think they are 2 quid for the little one, and you got a normal one. I think that's going to be like what, 4 quid maybe, 3 quid.
In behind me is the receipt.
There you go. Yeah, I mean the little one. So,
And as you can see, £2.79 and £2.29. So for 2 small and
oh, they're the small ones as well. Yeah, so you have got the 2 different. You got the bigger ones. Oh mate, how much are they?
I mean, I don't know if they're classed as small, medium, whatever, but to me, they're a small size. McDonald's, where do you justify £5 for 2 McFlurries? And this is the.
You know, it's funny because you get that working in the Rockfish. I was the head chef down there for 8 years. They had a Carpigiani machine, and that was like liquid-based ice cream, soft serve stuff. And that, I think it worked out. It cost 6p a portion when they used that cheap shit. You used to get this expensive stuff from a farm called Langage Farm, salted caramel ice. It was unbelievable. Soft serve salted caramel. It was just the best thing ever. And you put more salt on it, and it would just make it. Oh, it was. Yeah. Anyway, it used to cost about. I think it was like 12 to 15p depending. So the vanilla was 12. I think the salted caramel was like 18p a portion. But yeah, they used to charge like 5 quid a go. But we used to give them like proper. And they were in bowls as well, not in fucking
state this country is in. Absolutely disgusting prices.
But that salted caramel ice cream, we're going to have to remake it. I'm going to have to do a video about making that. But I don't know how to do the soft serve at home. I'm sure there's ways. I know you can use like that frozen dry ice stuff to do it, but it's expensive. I might just see if I can go down to the Rockfish. Maybe we could do a video and use their Carpigiani machine.
I won't be buying them again because they are ridiculous. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys.
Hey guys, I have just been ripped off in central London. This is Fate Mason. It cost me £62, right? If I'm being honest with you, like the Turkish egg, way too sparkly, no flavour to them. The bread they gave wasn't even fresh. It's just, that's from Tesco, aisle 5, tortillas, let's go. I'm like, what is it? The falafel was like £12, I believe, and they give you basically 4 pieces. And you know when that's fresh and it's gooey, it's almost got that moistness inside now. This was like, tasted like a mattress, man. It was like crumbly, not great. I'm not going to lie to you. Oh my, the pistachio latte had no pistachio.
If your food tastes like a mattress, yeah, you fucked up big time, as Uncle Roger would say.
It was absolutely terrible. I was eating the pistachio around the edges because it was the only nice thing about it. My Spanish latte, honestly, everything was just, the cheese pie wasn't bad. That was a 5 out of 10. And we're in South Kensington, so I expected to obviously pay a little bit higher, but then I still expect good food as a camera lady can just, in position and capture my anger in its full glory. That would be great. £62. What do you guys think? Who's been here? Also, tell me where I should go next. I don't want to get ripped off in London. Tell me somewhere that's well priced and nice in London. Out!
You got those little shops in London. You walk in them and they go, "Hey, boss man, what can I get you?" And then you're like, "Oh, I want one of them £3 pizzas." That's what it's like. Oh, I don't. It's like that. Maybe a £5 or £6 now, but yeah, that's right. That's what you want.
Went for a walk in central London last night after going out for some dinner, and I think I've seen the most extravagantly priced single item of food I've ever seen on a restaurant's menu. If you can beat this, tell me in the comments.
Egg fried rice, 22. What? Egg fried rice, 22 quid for egg fried rice, mate. I'm going to make some egg fried rice later. I need to actually cook the rice off and put it in the fridge actually for later. But damn, I might as well start.
One bag beef burger, £2. Fucking same price as a bag of fucking beef burger. £2.
Fucking hell.
Jumbo sausage, fucking £2.20. The sausage is more than my fucking burger. Shit, £3 for a bag of fucking chips. Jeez, and a large gravy, £1.50.
What do you think?
And then £3 to get it here.
What do you?
I mean, that's fucking good value. I think that's fucking with that.
What do you think the best price item is?
My bag of fucking burger, obviously, £2.
And what's the worst price item?
Got chips now, £3. The worst price item is a fucking £1 for a fucking bread bun, and then the chips is a fucking corn and roll, isn't it?
Yeah.
The whole thing's a corn.
£3 for a fucking bag of chips.
She's having the time of her life.
Remember when grabbing a takeaway was a cheap little reward after a rough week? Now, it's turned into an expensive luxury that leaves you feeling guilty the second you hit checkout. And let's be real, you're not paying for better food or lightning fast delivery these days. You're footing the bill for greedy middlemen, shady service.
People should buy less Costa coffees and go on less holidays and not go out for dinner so often, and then they'll be able to pay the electricity bill.
I've never bought a Costa coffee in my whole life, and I haven't been on holiday for years.
Guys, everyone's moaning about the cost of living, the cost increases throughout the range of everything that we know in the UK. Every month something's been going up, increasing costs, your subscriptions, your banking, whatever. Everything's going up, and we've had enough.
Each time you leave your house, it is just so expensive to do anything.
I was pretty gobsmacked actually. Like £64. You could literally barely put it in one bag.
So just every price is insane now, is it? Everything's crazy. I'm not talking about inflation. I understand inflation. I understand stuff gets more expensive over time. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about every product and every service just having the highest possible price so that company can make the most money.
Why is the UK actually batshit crazy at the moment? I don't do anything. I don't go out. I don't drink. I don't have any hobbies. All I do is breathe and eat. And at the end of the month, I've spent thousands of pounds.
Bro, what the f*** is the UK right now? So I have a gym membership and it's going up in price again. Like what am I even paying for? Like why is everything going up apart from our f***ing salaries?
It was payday yesterday for me, and obviously buzzing, excited. I've waited 5 weeks to get paid. Then the sad thing is you get paid and immediately you just have to start getting rid of all of it.
Do you not realise that you are currently working solely to survive? The definition of a slave is somebody who works who doesn't get paid.
Cost of living crisis can get to
Welcome back to Broken Britain, where these days, holding down a full-time job still isn't enough to keep your head above water. Food prices, through the roof. Bills, out of control. Rent, don't even get me started. And your wages, they've barely budged in years, while everything else has shot up. This is life in the UK in 2025. The only thing that seems to be going up is our collective stress level. But here's the thing. The cost of living crisis isn't just about statistics or headlines. It's about real people being slowly crushed by rising prices and never-ending direct debits. It's the feeling of counting pennies at the end of every month, of having to pick which bill to pay, of wondering if you'll ever be able to save up for anything at all. Today on Brit Rants, we're going straight into the chaos unfolding on TikTok because people all over the country have hit their breaking point and they're not staying quiet anymore. So if you're feeling tired of just scraping by and want more for yourself than just making ends meet, hit that subscribe button. Let's break down what's really happening and start calling it out together.
Super quick.
Cost of living crisis can get too full. Guys, does anybody else just feel like me? You need a little win, or you're going to have to sign up for fans, or you just need some sort of miracle to happen? Because that is me right now. Like, I need a miracle, or I need a lottery win, or I just need to sign up for fans and just make the millions of money that everybody makes. Or sign up for the people who like foot fetishes. Because right now in this financial crisis, where literally nobody's got money apart from the rich people, I mean, I need to do something. I don't think anybody would want to see me on fans, but you know.
It's true, no one would.
Maybe they want to see my feet though.
Maybe.
Or hopefully I get some luck in my life and I win a lottery.
So just every price is insane now, is it? Everything's crazy. I'm not talking about inflation. I understand inflation. I understand stuff gets more expensive over time. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about every product and every service just having the highest possible price so that company can make the most money. There's just no concept of value anymore. There's no concept of whether the product is actually worth any of that massive price you're asking for. It's not supposed to work like this. It can't be that every product is expensive. Some products are better than others. It used to be if you buy a really fancy sandwich, that sandwich is more expensive. Now every sandwich is expensive. It doesn't make any sense. I saw an Instagram ad earlier. It was for this like heated pillow. And I was like, oh, that's cute. Maybe I'll get that for my wife for Christmas. I looked it up, £100. £100 for the heated pillow. What are you on? That's not worth that. Like, who do you think you are? Are you not a bit embarrassed doing this? You know, and people will come along with the annoying economic argument they always make, which is like, well, things are worth what people are willing to pay for them. But that doesn't work when everything is expensive. Because you have to buy some things. No customer is voluntarily choosing or opting into these crazy prices. Just everything's at the max. But there's no concept of value. You know, some of these products are way over their skis. You know, you are not worth that meal deal. Get in your lane. This isn't the diamond business. But everything you buy, it's just like, oh yeah, that's just £40. And it's not even good. And I don't know how it ends. Surely this is a short-term way to operate. We cannot be in a situation where everyone is profiteering never-endingly.
Why is the UK actually batshit crazy at the moment? Like, I feel like I don't do anything. I don't go out. I don't drink. I don't have any hobbies. All I do is breathe and eat. And at the end of the month, I've spent thousands of pounds. Like, the sun has been shining for months and it's actually still so depressing. I feel like, yeah, every time I go and buy something, I do a double take and I'm like, swear that was 60 pence cheaper last week. Yeah. Now it's like more expensive. Go and buy a coffee. Apparently it's £3.60 for a coffee now. About the same price as Geneva, one of the world's most expensive cities. I live in the north of England. The salaries here do not match the salaries in Switzerland, I'll tell you now. And I just feel like it's not sustainable for anyone. It's impacting people's mental health. And everyone just feels like they're just surviving, really. It's awful. Absolutely awful. When will it end?
I don't normally talk about cost of living, but today I need to rant. So it's summer holidays. Me and my husband are both teachers, so we're off with our children, which is great. Like, we're really lucky that we get to spend that time with them. And obviously we have to budget to an extent because each time you leave your house, it is just so expensive to do anything. Today we had to go and pick up my in-laws' dog. We are looking after their dog for a couple of days. And near there is a lovely little cafe at a farm shop. So we thought, you know what, let's go and get the dog and let's just go for a little cake, cup of tea or whatever. We met some friends there in the end because they were free, and it was really nice, having a good time. We ordered, blah, blah, blah. And then when we went to pay, daughter had a slice of cake, my son had a chocolate brownie, my husband had some other little cake. I had a tea, he had a coffee, they had hot chocolates. So 4 drinks, 3 cakes, £37.50. I just couldn't believe it. I was just like, what? And then we decided to go for a walk with the dog and our friends, and it was really, really nice. Obviously, it was a bit rainy today, but it was quite warm. And we did this really long, nice walk, and there was a pub right at the end. So our friend was like, oh, you know what, let's just go and have a quick drink before we say bye-bye. And we were like, yeah, it's summer holidays, whatever. We should have learned our lesson from this £37.50 in the cafe. So we go to the pub and we get a drink each. We didn't even get drinks for the children. We said, no, you can have your water bottles. And they had a packet of crisps each. So 2 packets of crisps and 2 drinks, £17. So all in all, we've spent like over £50 just for leaving the house, just a cafe and a pub. And it wasn't even, it was cake, it was treat stuff. And now I just feel like that's their treat for the summer. I feel like that's it. That cake and that packet of crisps, I am done. I'm done basically leaving my house because it's just so crazy out there. I just cannot believe how quickly that money disappeared. It was just a rant. I just had to rant today.
Bro, what the fuck is the UK right now? So I have a gym membership and it's going up in price again. I've literally been with this gym for less than 2 years and it's gone up by at least 1/3. Like, I kid you not, when I first started the gym, it was literally 19 quid and now it's 30. Like, what the fuck? Like, the worst part of it is the gym fucking stinks as well. It smells like fucking Bigfoot or some shit. And the equipment, every time I go in, is always out of order. Always out of order. Like, what am I even paying for? Like, why is everything going up apart from our fucking salaries? Give us a break. Give us a fucking break. I go to the shop and it's gone up again. Something's gone up again. Every time I go in, something changed price. Like, it's insane. Like, my cat's Licky Licks is now like, I could get it for 99p and now it's like 140. Right, I'm tired. When are the aliens coming in and abducting us? Hurry up, please. Thank you. Bye.
Hi guys, I've just been in Tesco, right? And I'm just going to put this picture up. Literally, I almost I was pretty gobsmacked actually. Like £64. You could literally barely put it in one bag. 64 quid. Like, I used to spend that like on nearly, sometimes like 2 weeks shopping. £64 on a bit of toilet roll, loaf of bread, a bottle of wine, and a few of the arty-farty things. Like 64 quid. Like, so somebody somewhere is really taking the piss and making a serious lot of money out of us, especially Tesco. I think I'll be back to my Aldi or Lidl, because Tesco, I'm sorry, but whether you're a club card member or not, I think you need to rethink these prices. Jesus Christ.
Wages in this country are criminal. I have under £500 left after paying all my bills, and I've had people tell me that's really good. That's got to pay for my cats, for my food, and any other expenses that pop up. People were telling me you shouldn't have a credit card. I don't have a credit card and I'm fine, blah, blah, blah. I needed a filling, which was £350, and I've got no choice but to go private. I've been on the waiting list for the NHS dentist, haven't been able to get one. This is unfortunately the average price. I looked around and they were all this price. My cats have to go to the vets, which will be about £250 because one of them's got to get spayed. And there were 2 birthdays this month. So without any food, anything with my car, any toiletries, or literally any other unexpected payments, I'm at minus £200. So yeah, I live alone, have a mortgage, I need a credit card.
It was payday yesterday for me, and obviously buzzing, excited. I've waited 5 weeks to get paid. I can finally start buying something that isn't a pot noodle. Awesome. Then the sad thing is you get paid and immediately you just have to start getting rid of all of it. Like, I go on my banking app and I'm setting my rent to get paid. I go pay my electric, I pay my bills, I pay off a bit my credit card. You have money for about 10 minutes after you get paid and then it's gone again. I don't live like a lavish, is that the right word? I don't live like a luxurious life. I don't even drive. I don't own a car. I live in a 1-bed flat. The rent is cheap because I live in the north. But I'm just like, And that's nothing to do with where I work. This is just a rant about life, really, and how it's not fair. Which sounds really like entitled, I guess. I don't know, a bit whingy, but I just want money for longer than 10 minutes. So I made a video talking about how even after payday, I have like no money left. And a bunch of you left a lot of comments saying that you also feel the same way and you end up stressing about money even like immediately after payday. And that video wasn't about my job. I get paid well. It's just I live alone. And so, you know, I've got bills to pay, and I also try to enjoy my time. In that original video, I said I don't live a lavish life, a luxurious life. I like to go out to places. I like to go eat nice food. I don't spend ridiculous money. I don't buy new clothes. I shop at charity shops. I buy my food from Aldi or Lidl, and I try to be as cheap as possible. In fact, the running joke with my group of friends and my family and where I work is that I'm incredibly stingy. And I won't really pay for anything brand new. But I still end up scrambling for money at the end of the month. And even when I'm very stingy, I've got like £100 left before payday. And it's just very stressful. And that's purely to do with the cost of living crisis that we're currently facing in the UK. I don't have a solution for it, but it just sucks and it's scary, especially when you live alone.
So guys, everyone's moaning about the cost of living, the cost increases throughout the range of everything that we know in the UK. Every month something's been going up, increasing costs, your subscriptions, your banking, whatever. Everything's going up and we've had enough. But yet no one's doing anything about it. So I'm going to break this down really quickly because people get bored very quick on here. So just hear me out, please, because it's important for us to make a change. Right, it's going to cost the UK economy around £2.5 billion to have an extra bank holiday. Apparently that's what it costs per bank holiday, around 19 billion a year in bank holidays. Anyway, guess what, guys? Hashtag boycott day UK. 1 day per month where we don't spend any money. Go to work, do the necessities, do the things you have to do, but don't go buy food, don't pay for petrol, don't buy the coffees, don't buy your lunch, make lunch at home. Stop spending for 1 day per month. Watch how quickly we help to reset this disgusting greed which is going on in the UK, because there's no cost of living crisis, it's now greed, guys. Okay? It is greed, plain and simple. If you're going to moan about it, do something about it. If you're not going to do anything about it, I don't want to hear about it. Okay, because we have the power. We should bring the control back to us, the people whose hard-earned money is being spent and being taken the pee out of. Because I just took my daughter out. It was £5 for a glass of Coke. £5 for a glass of Coke in Prezzo's. I can't do it anymore. So I've gone through all my subscriptions, I've changed things, I've cancelled things. We're not even doing a summer holiday because of the cost. Because it's ridiculous, 50% its profit. I'm not doing it. So there you go, guys. You want to make a change? Hashtag boycott day UK. Make a change 1 day a month. I don't know how we get this trending, but let's get this going. Let's see how we can make this work, because we can bring the power back to us. Watch a movie called Viva Vendetta, then you'll understand. Enjoy your weekend and stop spending.
If you help people and give everyone benefits, no one would work. If people only did things to get paid, then the word hobby wouldn't exist. You know, we'd have a lot more workers and they'd be a lot more healthier if they weren't worried where their next meal was coming from. Do you not realise that you are currently working solely to survive? The definition of a slave is somebody who works who doesn't get paid. But slaves were given shelter, food and the necessities. They just rebranded it and kept you in line with the fear of starvation. I'd say 99% of the UK have already cottoned onto this, and that's why we're so angry, isn't it? And how can you not be angry at it? Over 90,000 people die a year in the UK because of poverty. There's over 350,000 people currently homeless. The UK's in pretty bad shape, and who's the cause of it? Single mums, the disabled, asylum seekers, foreign-born nationals. Women who have no babies, women who have too many babies, unmarried people. People with a different skin colour, people with different religion, people with different political views. If it makes you feel better about yourself, you can blame whoever you like. But if you actually want to solve the problem and be as patriotic as you think you are, then you'd be pointing your finger at the real cause, not the scapegoats the media has told you to. I mean, you all got pretty close by protesting outside these hotels. You were protesting against asylum seekers who were put in there instead of the hotel bosses who just got a massive payout. The richest 1% in this country have destroyed this country. There is currently 156 billionaires in the UK. And just so you comprehend how much a billion is, if you had £1 billion and you spent £2,000 every single day, it would last you 1,370 years. Years. Billionaires aren't putting into the country, they're taking from it, they are buying it. Housing crisis caused by billionaires who keep buying up all the houses and renting them back to you. Wages aren't going up because billionaires don't want to pay you. The police, fire brigades, the NHS all fall into pieces because billionaires don't want to pay their fair share in taxes. Energy prices skyrocketing because billionaires use the war as an excuse to get more money out of you. Every single war in the world is facilitated by billionaires selling you the weapons. Well, we, the everyday people, we're used as cannon fodder. Wake up. Every single problem in the UK right now can be put down to the end stages of capitalism. And unless you're in the 1%, don't try and defend capitalism because you look stupid. I'm going to blame the immigrants and defend capitalism because that one day I might become a millionaire if I work hard enough. That's not going to happen. The entire system is set up for that never to happen. He literally brought out a children's board game to simplify and explain capitalism to you lot, and you still don't get it. Monopoly was created by lefty socialists to warn people about capitalism. Going around the board is a year. You have to pay for utilities, you have to pay for rent, etc, etc. Your annual wage is that £200 you get when you pass go. But in Monopoly, all the players start off with the same amount of money. That doesn't happen in the real world. How does the game end again? Oh yeah, one person owes everything, or you just walk around the board until you're fucking broke. So please, for the love of God, stop defending billionaires who don't give a flying fuck who you are.
People should buy less Costa coffees and go on less holidays and not go out for dinner so often, and then they'll be able to pay the electricity bill.
I have never bought a Costa coffee in my whole life, and I haven't been on holiday for years. Granted, I can afford to keep the lights on and keep the place warm and cosy. I can afford to put good food on the table and dress my children well, and they do have, you know, good standard of living. They have hobbies and interests. But, you know, I work hard. I run a small business. I do put in a lot of hours. Even so, it's tough. I find it tough. We have had to make cuts. And the biggest thing, the reason why I can continue to afford to pay these bills is because every time the cost of living goes up, I work harder. Cost of living goes up, I take on more work. Cost of living goes up more, I take on another side hustle. Cost of living goes up again, and I take on another part-time job. I work during the day. I get up early in the morning and do work. I work throughout the day. I work when the children go to bed. I often work until 2 o'clock in the morning doing what I do. Now, the cost of living is set to go up again. Council tax is going up. All sorts of things are going up. I'm not sure where I'm going to find the next lot of hours for. And the struggle is certainly not because I've been wasting my money on Costa coffee and on holidays. Saying that, the problem isn't the Costa or the holidays. Why shouldn't people who work hard have, you know, some pleasures? If people want a Costa coffee, if they want this, that or the other, if they want to go on holiday sometimes. Is that really so wrong? The cost of living is totally disproportionate, or our wages are disproportionate to what it costs to live. It's the truth though, isn't it?
It is.
You know, and that smug git going on about Costa coffee or holidays, a lot of people aren't going anywhere. A lot of people are literally on the breadline. A lot of people are in a much worse state than I am in. But, you know, it's tough, and it's not all because everyone's wasting their money and not saving up. Who's got money spare to save? The cost of living keeps going up. Everything's going up. And my strategy is to be to work harder and harder and harder. But I'm starting to wonder what to do over the next times. There's a limit to what hours you can do, isn't there?
Just thought I'd pop on here. I've just been to Waitrose. God, excuse the hair. Crikey. I'm really tired today. Yeah, I've been waiting for dialysis for the last 3 weeks. And, yeah, I'm knackered. But somebody's got to do the shopping, eh? So, yeah, I've just literally went into Waitrose because I was looking for this pistachio cream to try and make this famous Dubai chocolate bar. I mean, it's making me salivate as I watch every single video, so I wanted to have a go at making it myself, but it looks like I'm going to have to order it off Amazon. Anyway, cut a long story short, went into Waitrose because I thought they might stock it in there, but they don't. Nowhere seems to do it. Spent 40 quid and got a few other bits as well for the weekly shop, and then I've just been into Tesco's, spent another 70 quid, and I just feel like I've got hardly anything in my trolley. Like anything. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, there's only two of us and 2 dogs, but you know, I really do sympathise with people who've got bigger families and are struggling. I mean, it's just nonsense. Anyway, I just wanted to get off my chest. And hope you all have a good day and a good weekend. Don't know what the weather's going to do. It's all a bit mixed, but yeah. Tally bye. See you later.
I need to get this in the fridge.
Guys, please be careful. Even if it's a mistake, it's still going to cost you money. So when you go shopping, always check the receipt, because I'll show you, it's going to cost you money. So I went to the shop with my girlfriend, with my fiance, sorry, and we bought some stuff, just a few things, paid, came back home, made the mistake of not checking the receipt, and afterwards we looked at the receipt and realized that we've been overcharged a lot. Let me show you. This is in the UK. I'm not going to show the name of the shop. It's here inside the receipt, because I'm going to take this back, explain what happened, and hopefully I'm going to get a refund. But I'll show you the receipt. So we paid £47.73, and if you look here, we've been charged £18.97 for 4 apples. We didn't know this, we didn't check, but it was supposed to be around £1.95, which is this one. Okay, can you see that? So, because we are in a rush, we didn't check, this has happened. So £18, £19 extra for nothing, basically. So this happened before with another famous supermarket. That's the time I actually checked, but I'm sure, and I heard stories before, people don't check. You put everything in your basket, you get your receipt, and you just pay. So next time, just check, because that £18.97 is basically almost the whole receipt. Lesson learned. Next time I'm gonna check. Maybe it was a mistake, maybe it was done on purpose, but I'm gonna ask them to give me the refund, and if they don't, I'm gonna ask them to go and check the CCTV, because I didn't buy fruits and vegetables worth 20 quid. So next time you go shopping, spend another minute and check in your receipt, because it can cost you a lot of money. Has this happened to you before? Because I heard stories, and it'll be interesting to see. So comment below and let me know, and yeah, hopefully it was my mistake, but we shall see. I'll keep you guys posted to see what the shop says, but as I say, it's a local one, and I don't want to embarrass them online just yet. See you later.
Right, so I've just been to Clifton Park with my granddaughter. Took her on rides. Anyone who's been to Clifton Park will know what it's like little fairgroundy thing. So I've took her there. 24 quid for some tokens to go on these little rides. Not bad. The more you spend, the more tokens you get, but that were enough for her. She's gone on rides, got some tokens left, so that's okay for another day. Bargain. Coming out of Clifton, coming out of the play area bit, rides bit, there's these trampolines, you know, the ones with like the little harness on, and you bounce a bit higher than normal. She wanted to go on them. Alright, don't think they're included in the tokens. We'll go up, find out how much they are. £5 for 5 minutes on a trampoline. Like, am I just being tight, or is that just extortionate? I don't think it's just something I think is expensive, because there were probably 5 people behind me waiting to go on, and then when I've said to this woman, how much is it? £5
£5. How long for? 5 minutes. Wow. Everybody pretty much turned around and walked off, not paying it. I just think that is ridiculous. So we didn't go on that. God bless my little granddaughter. She didn't kick off actually, which is not normal for her, but she didn't kick off. So we went to Ice Cream Van. I didn't actually look at prices. I just picked what she always has, which is like a ice cream boat, which is essentially a screwball in a boat shape. £6.50. Oh my God, like £6.50 for a bit of ice cream in a plastic dish. Wow. Honestly, I mean, I paid it, I bought it, but I dread to think how you people with 2, 3, 4, 5 kids are coping.
We're not.
We are expensive, things are, and just treating your kids to a day out at a park. Not even like Alton Towers, it's just a park. Or an ice cream from an ice cream van. Jesus. How'd you do it?
Let's not pretend this is just another rough patch we'll all get through if we hang in there a bit longer. This isn't just tough luck, it's a disaster, and it didn't just fall out of the sky. This was created by decisions, by policies, by people who have no idea what it's like to be on the receiving end. We now live in a country where you can work flat out, 40, even 50 hours a week, and honestly, still find yourself wondering how you're going to fill up your fridge, turn on the heating, or sort out the next bit of car trouble. There are families juggling 2 or 3 jobs just to cover basics and still coming up short. And the things that used to be small treats, forget about it. A takeaway is a once-a-year event now, if at all. And what do we get from the folks running the show? A parade of the same hollow advice. Tighten your belt. Try a different budget. Maybe just shop smarter. They dish this out like it's actually helpful, all the while popping off to their 3-course lunches and claiming for second homes with expenses most of us could only dream about. No clue, no shame. The truth is, this whole system is completely rigged against ordinary people. Every time you pay a bill, every trip to the shop, every time you try to do something for yourself or your family, you get hit. It's like you're being punished just for wanting to live with a bit of dignity. And it isn't even just one thing that's the problem. It's the whole lot. Food prices spiralling out of control, energy bills making you afraid to turn on the heating, rent eating up half your paycheck, council tax jumping up again, insurance going up for no reason, childcare costing more than some actual wages. It's just relentless. And it never seems to get any better. Meanwhile, what are the big corporations and their shareholders doing? Laughing all the way to the bank, celebrating record profits like it's some kind of game. Resilience, they call it.